All right, Jackson, you swore you'd never participate in it, but there you were. What is it?
It was D&D, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, wait, don't knock it until you've tried it. Moda has no idea what you're talking about.
Not a clue.
I kind of didn't either. This is something that has been following me for a while now. So Dungeons and Dragons is this sort of storytelling-based game that you take part in. They're called campaigns. You create your own character. It's all part of this fantastical world. There's a ton of different storylines that you can go through. You kind of have creative freedom over everything, and it's kind of like being a character in your own storybook, movie, video game.
It's been around since it's been around since like the 80s, man.
Oh, this is for a minute.
Yeah.
I thought it was Do Not Disturb at first.
I feel like it's one of those things like I have always wanted to play, and the goal of Dungeons and Dragons isn't to win, it's to tell a good story. But I also feel like it's one of those things when you say it, people automatically put you in a little pot and it's negative. And so it's weird. I feel like those who play it love it, but everyone's a little scared. Like, do you play Dungeons? No, me neither, bro.
So my eldest son, on our schedule, on our shared calendar every Sunday, he has a D&D game that he plays with his friends. And for my son, who has got some social anxiety, this is such an amazing day for him every day because he gets together with all of his friends online, and he gets to create his own characters, and he's having interaction with others where it's very difficult for him to do in person. So it's a whole huge community.
Absolutely. And, so my brother has played for a long time, and he's invited me to join on to his thing. Some of my cousins has played as well, and they've tried to invite me. And I've really been anti this for my entire life. I was like, there is no way you're going to catch me dead playing Dungeons and Dragons. Cause you're right. It has this sort of connotation to it as being this nerdy thing. And I just was not about it.
Back in the day, honestly, I mean, it was, you don't play that because the geeks play it.
Yes. Exactly. And so my girlfriend and her siblings and some of her family have actually been doing a campaign for literally every Tuesday night for the last 3 years now. And they kept on trying to invite me into this thing. And I'm like, guys, no, I literally cannot do this. This is just not for me. And due to some scheduling conflicts, they've kind of gone on to an every other week cadence. And so because of that, a few of them wanted to break out and do their own separate one. And I was more or less voluntold that I was going to be participating in this one because they needed an extra person to play. And so last week was the first session that we had, and my God, I was honestly surprised by how much fun it actually was.
Right? It is. My son one day gathered everybody in the family, and I begged him to do this because he's very private about it. I begged him because none of us had any idea, but it's so hard for me. We're just so different to attach to things in his life, and he hates sports also, so it's hard for us to find common ground. So one night he gets the family together, and he plays whatever the host is called.
The DM, the Dungeon Master.
The Dungeon Master, which he didn't want to do because he doesn't like eyes on him, but he did it. And I gotta tell you, man, it was so fun, dude. It was so complicated, I didn't know what I was doing. But it was really, really fun.
That's exactly how I felt. And being the DM is not an easy job to have, to the point where, so my girlfriend and her whole family, they've literally hired a third person party to be the DM for them, because that's the person that makes the actual story. They're the ones that tell you, they set up the entire scene. They explain to you what you're doing and ask each person individually, what are you going to do about the problem that you're facing that's right in front of you? So this one that we're doing is like a Greek mythological one, basically. And I feel like I'm nervous about it while I'm playing because I don't want to ruin it for everyone else, but I'm kind of just saying the most outlandish things ever just because I know that anything sort of goes and everybody sort of just has to go along with what you say.
And sort of, if you're playing with a lot of experienced players, they're almost a little condescending. Like, how could you ask a question like that when you've never even heard of the terms before?
Exactly. And I feel like I just sidetracked the story the entire time. And to be fair, I made my character as sort of this clumsy, klutzy person, which I thought would be funnier than like being the super serious guy who's got the big sword and actually like does really well at everything. I kind of wanted my character to be this sort of spoof of someone, of just like kind of a dummy that goes into things super headstrong. And I was like nervous.
You connected with that character, didn't you?
I really did. It didn't take a whole lot of creativity for me to actually have to think about a lot of the decisions that I was making. But I mean, it's something that I would say don't knock it until you try it. It was honestly a lot of fun. And so every other week week for the next like 4 or 5 weeks. We're going to be doing this, and I'll keep you guys posted.
So what is your character's name and what does your character look like?
Oh man, I wish that I remembered.
It's more complicated than that, man. Because there are terms that you don't know. It's not like you could say, like, even a term that's common, the names of the characters and the names, it's just so complicated, it's hard to remember.
Yeah, and I have to like call on my lineage every time I announce my name and stuff. So I don't know. It's too complicated right now. I'll have a better idea next time.
And let me just say one more thing about this too. As the old guy on the show here, what I realized a while ago is the people that we called geeks are really the cool ones, because the ones that were cool in high school and the athletes, the ones that were popular, were always thinking about their personality and how popular they were. And it was the guys that were playing Dungeons and Dragons that were totally okay with themselves, that looking back at it now, that's the cool group.
That's facts. And this is truly for anyone.
Nerd.
The Bert Show.